Hey guys, what's up? James Burns Vlogs, and today I want to do a review for Katsucon 2017. I know I said I wanted to do Katsucon vlogs, but I actually ended up not getting that much footage, so instead I actually want to give my thoughts on the convention overall itself. So Katsucon is an anime convention that takes place at the Gaylord Resort and Convention Center in National Harbor, Maryland, and the location is beautiful. The hotel itself is actually located in this downtown area in National Harbor. There are all these little shops and restaurants you can go to that are just short walking distance away, and it's right next to the harbor, obviously. So that looks really great. A lot of great photo opportunities there. And there's also a giant Ferris wheel that lights up at night, which looks gorgeous. So outside the resort is great, but inside the resort is actually the best part because the whole inside of the hotel itself is sort of encased in this glass. So it gives the illusion that you're outside because the little gift shop in there and one of the restaurants I think are these separate buildings, but they're actually inside the giant enclosed glass structure, so they're in the hotel. It's a little confusing to explain. There are also tons of rooms that actually face into the hotel convention center itself, which I really want to get a room there next year because we unfortunately were facing the outside. There are three main levels of the hotel everyone hangs out at. There's the level 2, which is the gazebo level 1, the lobby, and then there's an atrium level. The gazebo level is where a lot of cosplayers go to get photos taken. It's just basically just this area that overlooks the atrium, overlooks the harbor with this giant glass structure behind it, and it's a really great spot. But it's hard to actually get photos done there because of how packed it always is. But a lot of big famous cosplayers were having photo shoots taken there. A lot of smaller ones as well. Just tons of things all over the place. There were people taking photos at the gazebo itself. Then against the wall on the other side is this sort of, I think, a ballroom type thing, and the doors look really great, so people are getting pictures out there. It was a lot of photography stuff going on, really, really cool. The atrium level is actually the next best place though, because it's the ground level of the hotel, and there are all these plants and trees there, all this outdoor scenery, so you don't actually feel like you're inside. There are all these little bridges that cross over these mini ponds that they set up, a lot of rock structures people take pictures on, a giant fountain, tons of really, really cool photography locations inside. It's actually the reason why I wasn't recording so much footage with my camera, is because my girlfriend and her friends, I was actually getting a lot of shots of them on the rocks and in the trees and in the bush areas and in the atrium level, because got this brand new camera. I want to put some good use to it, and I mean, there were just tons of places to take pictures. If there's one thing that really stands out about Katsucon to me, it's the amount of effort that the cosplayers really put into their work. Now, I'm used to Florida cosplayers, and I'm not saying that Florida cosplayers are any worse, but usually it's kind of the same cosplayers. But I think Katsucon, the average level of sort of effort put into the cosplay is higher, and I think that might be because it's sort of known as a really big East Coast convention, and all the people we were meeting and talking to were coming from all over. People from Ohio, Texas, more northern states. Like I said, though, a lot of Florida cosplayers were there. So as far as actual convention stuff goes, I don't usually participate in the panels or any of that stuff, but I do buy a badge to check out the vendor hall and the artist alley, and both of which are huge. And again, like I said, I'm used to Florida conventions, so going to out-of-state conventions is always great because I get to see new artists, I get to see new booths, new things to buy, and seeing all of this great stuff made me wish I actually had more spending money. Although in the vendor hall, I did pick up a few things, and there'll be videos on those coming later this week. So I actually cosplayed at this convention, and I cosplayed as Heartseeker Varus from League of Legends. You guys might have seen that in my cosplay update video. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to that in the description. Cosplaying as this was a lot of fun because it was the first cosplay I've ever actually constructed. It was the most complex cosplay I've ever worn. And thanks to the help of my friends, I was able to make this. And unfortunately, I kind of rushed at the end, so it could have probably been better. But I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, and it was really cool being recognized by a lot of people. My friends and I were all cosplaying League, so we actually went to the League of Legends cosplay meetup, which was at the big fountain area in the atrium, and there was only a limited amount of time. So what they did was they did a champion roll call, so calling every champion starting from A, going all the way to Z, and having all those cosplayers go up and get their pictures taken. That was a lot of fun. When they called Varus, I was actually the only one, so that was actually, it felt pretty cool. Now I wish they could have had more time so they could do other things like all ADCs, all supports, all junglers. But like I said, unfortunately, this fountain area, it's literally always taken up by people doing photo shoots. And the Overwatch shoot, actually, going up the elevator on the whatever day it was they're doing the shoot, it might have been Saturday morning. We looked down and we just saw the amount of Overwatch cosplayers, which as a huge Overwatch fan was awesome. There were tons of Mercies. and a lot of them were actually really, really good. So that was pretty cool to see. The league meetup was actually a lot bigger than I expected as well. So overall, Katsucon was amazing. I had a ton of fun. Got to see a lot of my Florida friends who went, got to meet a ton of great new people, and I definitely plan on going again next year. Like I said, though, I kind of want to plan a little better next year and try and get one of the rooms facing into the hotel itself so I can actually see like the atrium level and the gazebo and stuff and see all that stuff going on, because being able to walk out onto your balcony and just see all of that great stuff happening must be really, really cool. Also, at future conventions, I do plan on vlogging more and getting better at doing that, because I think convention vlogs are a lot of fun to watch and they'd be a lot of fun to make. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.